The Philippines gets its independence from America in 1945. India gets its independence from the British in 1947. The British grant independence to Burma and Malaysia in 1948. It took Indonesia until 1949 to violently fight for their independence. They got it in 1949. There is one exception in this, and that is Vietnam. And everyone knows and everyone loves Malcolm X. Every single young person loves Malcolm X. Everyone loves the perfection of violence and the justification of violence itself. Everyone cites Malcolm X when they talk about it. And Malcolm X, in his own words, says in the time of his own autobiography, or biography rather, it's by any means necessary. But even in Malcolm X's own conception of things, there is a word there, and that condition is necessary. Indonesia is the latest in 1949. Vietnam, by comparison, only achieves quote-unquote independence for half the country in 1954, and only for the full country in 1975. That makes it a difference between 1949, rounded up to 50, and 1975 of 25 years. It is the perspective of the community here and of all of South Vietnam that the reason that it took so long is that there are two separate conflicts that are going on. Yes, there's a war for independence, but then there's also a war for political control. That explains the other 25 years addition. And so it is at this point the king reaches out to the Viet Minh and tells them, please form a unified government, and they respond as such. Our actions are based on our own ideology and program to bring the country to complete independence. We can achieve it ourselves. John Dong Kim, representative of the king, responds, the pursuit of independence is also our goal. But since the straight path has many obstacles, we must take the winding route, slowly perhaps, but more securely. The communists respond, we have only one straight path to full independence, not two. Representative of the king responds, according to your way, I fear it will greatly harm the people, and it is uncertain if you will succeed. The representative of the communists respond, we are certain to succeed. If harm comes, it does not matter. Only after harm comes benefit. Even if 9 out of 10 people die, we will build a new society from those who remain, which is better than keeping the other 9 parts. Is a screen from the 1956 movie, Chúng tôi muốn sống, translated title is We Want to Live, of examples of those crimes. And according to the current state of Vietnam itself, in their own records, 70% of the people who were accused were completely innocent. And strongly supportive of these policies in particular is that, look around the table. Is everyone poor?
No.
Lorena, you have nothing. Becky, you got nothing. How are Flo and Katie doing?
I have some. She
Everyone
has the
started with
most.
5.
Right?
Katie's-
Look at that.
Katie's Fabric Village is doing pretty well for itself.
The art teacher, no wonder.
I
You are
know.
too.
Look at mine.
No,
Mine
you
is
are
not.
But case in point,
Jeez, you're so good.
Asian Garden Mall, this exact location back in 1965. I want to look up the notes here, but this location used to be the location of a automobile parts store and inventor store right up onto this location. Frank Zhao, the person who originated this particular mall, is Chinese Vietnamese. He's originally from North Vietnam, in Hai Phong, the biggest port town in North Vietnam. He migrated south in 1954 because he's a minority. How do you think that's going to work out when everyone is accusing everyone? He left Hai Phong in 1954 for Da Nang, and then left Da Nang into Saigon, and then left from Saigon in 1975 and came to America. He got here with nothing in 1975. He established his real estate company in 1978, and then he broke ground on this mall in 1986 and completed construction in 1987. Tôi muốn mời em về thăm
Tại
Sài
Saigon
Gòn xưa, đi tan đi say nắng ôm mỏi sớm xưa. Tôi muốn mời em về những quê hương lối quá xa bên kia bờ thái bình cao la. Tôi muốn mời em về những chiếc ga gầy cánh, những mây đã ngừng tay cho tôi còn lại đời này. Tôi muốn mời em về thăm lại căn nhà xưa, có mẹ
người
đâu đó sợi tóc đã không đưa. Tôi muốn mời em về thăm lại phố phường xưa, những chiều trời mưa phủ và yêu nói sao vừa. Tôi muốn mời em về những quê hương tôi quá xa bên kia bờ thái bình cao la. Tôi muốn mời em về những chim ra gầy cánh, nhưng mây đã ngừng bay cho tôi còn lại nơi này. Dù là xa đó vẫn là quê nhà, là miền nắng soi vui gia đình ta. Ôi hay lắm con bò nước ra đi, hai năm mai hai lần ta biệt xứ. Giờ cha ở đây ở ngay trên đất ta, bây giờ con ở đây ở đây trên xứ lạ. Paramilitaries to go back to Vietnam to try and retake over the country. Case in point, on the back, this is a picture that I have in my home that my mom received from one of those paramilitaries, and he wrote back with this on the back of the picture.
You could read it out loud.
From the war zone, October 2nd, in 1989, to be sent to Big Brother Moy and Big Sister Phum as a memento and simultaneously to introduce the faces of we who have and still are on the field in service to the country. Your junior brother, Long. Yeah, that's his handwriting up top.
Wow.
And so, once upon a time, the pho restaurant where we would have ended was contributing a portion of all their proceeds to all of this. It didn't work for reasons that should be obvious. But the point is, the community's still here, and we still live in the shadow of people still hoping one day to return.